Well, this is going to be a little shorter than what these have been in the past. This is episode 3 of the New Jersey retro video game scene, a series that I have taken on as an endeavor to explain to the rest of America, the world, the universe, about what is happening in the great state of New Jersey. Um, Now, look, I'm not advertising for the state of New Jersey, but what I'm really doing is trying to explain that we do have a great retro video game scene here. And in part 3, I visit a place that is near and dear to my heart and to many people here in the state of New Jersey who happen to live near one of these, and that is the Yestercades. All right, well, Yestercade, you could probably guess what this is. This is an arcade dedicated to the games of yesteryear. Yes and no. As you'll see, this one is Yestercade's Somerville, actually located at 29 Division Street, Somerville, New Jersey. For those who aren't as familiar, Somerville, New Jersey is a town located just east of Bridgewater, near the Bridgewater Mall. I guess in the general central New Jersey area, west of Edison, Woodbridge, about 20 minutes south of Morristown. Just try to give you some reference. But like I said, Somerville is actually pretty cool. Has a nice downtown, and what makes this an awesome location is, and this is one of 3 current Yestercades. There's actually another one opening up in Metuchen, I believe. What makes this cool, though, is that this Yestercades is located on a street that is blocked off. So if you go there on a nice day, you can walk around. The street is blocked, so it's just pedestrians. There's shops. There's like ice cream parlors. There's bakeries. There's this retro video game arcade. There's also a comic book store and magic card store located on the same blocked off street. And around the corner from this location is a retro video game store. And let me get the name of it. The name of it, Retro Classics Video Games. Now, I did not actually go inside. I've been in there in the past. I actually picked up some games there before. But it's literally right down the street on the main street of Somerville. It's actually called Main Street. But this is an awesome location because you can park your car, go with your family, go with friends, park your car, walk down Division Street, go to the arcade, and then when you're done, hit up the retro arcade. There's plenty of places to eat, the breweries, Mexican restaurants, steakhouses. There's actually what do you call it? Wolfgang's Steakhouse, which is down the street. So pretty awesome location for a retro video game arcade. But as you'll see when we go inside, this is not just a retro arcade. They have modern systems and games. Now, the difference between this location and the location in Westville, which is the one I go to more often, I would say this location has about 5 couches versus the one in Westville that has about 7. But this one is slightly different arcade setup, so they're all a little different. You can see right in the front, there's like one of those not arcades. There's one of those like tabletop hockey games where you pull on the sticks and it controls the little guys on top. There's air hockey. There's always stuff like that. There's pool. But anyway, we'll go inside. I'll show you some images now. Full disclosure: the reason this video isn't quite as long is because simply I went with my family. We just kind of popped in for a few minutes because we were actually heading somewhere else. So I wasn't really going with the intention of recording, but then I decided just to take some pictures and quick video. I would suggest check out their website, and I'll do a more thorough video on the Westfield location, which is closer to me, and I'll post that so that you can get a better idea. But this is just another example to me of what makes the retro video game scene so strong in this area. And we'll talk about that more as we go inside. If video games are not your fancy, this place has a little pool hall in the back, in between some more arcades. And again, I took these pictures on my phone, so that's why I'm scaling it. I'm cheating a little bit by showing a Sega Dreamcast on the right, which is one of the systems you could play there. But anyway, they have pool there. If you're not into video games, they have pool. They have pinball. They have skee ball. They have all kinds of other arcade things. So it's not just video games if that's not what you're into, or if you're there with your kids and you're not into games but you want to hang out and play some pool, you can do that. In case you thought I was lying, I was not lying. They have pinball, lots of them. In fact, this one has a whole wall of pinball machines. Same thing at the Westfield location. And oops, I realized I wasn't showing that. Here we go. Here's all your pinball. So pretty cool that they have it. And again, you'll notice on the wall they have like pictures of old movies. They also typically will play like 80s and 90s music in there and actually have the music videos up on the TV. So it really wants to take you back in time to that 80s, 90s arcade vibe. But like I said, this is not just about retro. They have something for the whole family here. Because I was there on Saturday, it was a little crowded. But you can see here, if you look around, like they have couches. And I'll actually just pause it here. Look at what they have. You got Super Nintendo. You have what is that? Nintendo, Super Nintendo, PlayStation 2, Sega Saturn, Nintendo GameCube, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5. And if you're saying to yourself, what the heck am I looking at here? What you're looking at is a great variety of games. This place has a tremendous variety of games and systems. So you can actually, what you do there is sit on the couch. There's 5 of them at this, about 7 at the Westfield location. You sit on a couch and you go up, or someone goes up to the front desk with a game, what do you call it? With a game box, and they say, "Hey, I want to play this game." They'll go and they'll bring you the game, and then you'll have the controllers there, and you literally play until you want to switch to something else. So it's like you're at your home, but you have every system you could ever ask for, from the Nintendo all the way through the modern systems, and you can play the games with your friends, with your family on the couch, which is an awesome, awesome experience. And for younger folks who really haven't had that like couch multiplayer Nintendo 64 GoldenEye battle or Mario Kart, this gives them the opportunity to experience that. And and you come with a group of people, you get a couch, you rotate around, you play the arcade games. It's an absolute blast. And you pay by the hour. You could do an all-day pass, but I usually just do the pay by the hour. So I'll get a wristband when I come in, and you pay when you leave. So all the games are free and unlocked. So once you're inside, you're just playing. So it's awesome to like play the arcade games and not have to worry about dying a million times, especially if you're playing with people who aren't as good, or if you're not as good. So it gives you a chance to just have some pure old school fun. It's a total blast. So yeah, as you can see, there's like an example of the library, Nintendo, Sega. They have everything there. You just take those games and walk them up to the front. There's more arcades. You see these guys are playing like current Madden. So you have a variety. You'll have people playing like Sega Genesis, and then people playing like Madden 24 on the Xbox or PS5. You can see it's packed with people playing arcade games. Well, that's but like there were a lot of people inside. It just they were kind of spread out all over. There's someone playing Guitar Hero. There's your Steve Ball. Yeah, pretty awesome, guys. Like I said, this is an awesome place. Again, you get a view of the couches, chess, pretty much whatever you can think of, they have. So it's a very, very awesome setup. So again, this is what makes this scene in this area so special for me. Yestercades, there's 3 of them, like I said, with they're building a 4th. You have the Game Vault, which I'll do a video on. I'll do a more in-depth video of the Yestercades closer to me. But you also have all the retro video game stores, like I've done already. I've done Electric Town. I did Digital Press. West Springfield, there's a Digital Press. Clifton, which is the original one. You might have seen that from the video that's on Amazon, not for resale. There's also the J2 games. That's a great scene. There's three of those actually. One in Clark, one in the shore, one in I'm forgetting the name of the town on the shore. There's another one. There's three. There's basically two by the shore. There's one in Clark. The owner there is super cool. Another great scene. But there's a lot. Level 1 games. I'll do a video about that. The owner there's awesome, and he's a big wrestling fan. Shout out to them. But it's just, we're blessed in about a 35, 40-mile radius. There's probably 6 or 7 high-level retro video game stores. On top of that, we have 4 like retro arcades, 4 or 5 retro arcades, plus a couple Dave & Buster's. I mean, and there's meetups. 2 of these or 3 of these stores do monthly game meetups where you can exchange games, as I showed you in the prior videos I did on this series, on this channel, where you could bring games and sell directly customer to customer, which is awesome. So, I mean, they really, and they have game tournaments there too, where there's like a theme. So overall, I mean, it's just, it's a great area for games, great area for the retro gaming scene. And I definitely recommend checking out all of these places, including the Yestercades in Somerville. So that's about it, guys. I didn't, like I said, I didn't record a ton of content. I wasn't planning on recording when I went there, but I'll do a more in-depth video on the one in Westfield. But hopefully you get just a little idea of what this place is like. Like I said, 80s, 90s arcades, tabletop games, pool, skee ball, pinball, and then the awesome part, having the couches there so you can sit there. And sometimes it's awesome. You'll see a parent sitting there who wants to show their child, like, hey, let's play like Nintendo or play N64 or Sega Saturn, Sega CD or something. And you're sitting there on the couch with someone who's never tried it, and you can sample all these games because it's all free. You're just sitting there playing, and you just bring the game up to the front desk. They bring the controllers with the actual game. So you bring the box over, I should say, and then they bring over the controllers, and then that's it. And you pay as you leave. So if you want to stay for an hour, you want to stay for 3 hours, whatever you want to do. They also host parties, too. If you want to do a kids' party there, it's a good idea. I probably want to do a party there myself, and I'm obviously mine of a child, but I don't register as a kid, so they have to pay. Oh, kids under 3 are free, by the way, also. So just if you're curious. Anyway, again, I'll do another video about this one, about the other location, but I recommend checking this out. This was Yestercades in Somerville. This is episode 3 of my New Jersey Retro Gaming Scene series, and more content to come. All right, thanks everybody, and keep having fun here in the Corner Arcade.